So it's Monday, what, 5 o'clock right now, and I haven't done anything on the roof because I've just been moving stuff around. You know, half of this work consists of moving stuff around. So yeah, I've turned this place now into a carpentry workshop with my saw in place. I got some wood here. I've got my box with carpentry tools. I've got my vacuum clean hooked up. My general toolbox. Got my light in place. I've got my little stairs. Yeah, this is really a carpentry workshop now. And I have been doing a whole lot of stuff outside. It is now super tidy. This is also super tidy. You know, well, you gotta have an eye for it in order to appreciate it. But I've done a lot of tidying up here, and look at this place. Super tidy. It's like, wow. It's almost like Japanese tidy. Yeah, I'm sure Nadia doesn't agree, but you know, Nadia and I have very different mindsets when it comes to all of this. And the thing is that what she doesn't understand is that this is all a system, right? This is my system. It's in here. I know everything. I know where all my stuff is. And it works for me because I can get to it, you know. Nadia is more like pack it up and put it away, but that doesn't work for me because then I gotta pull it out, and you know, I'm already moving so much stuff all the time. I don't want to move more stuff, so I gotta be able to grab things straight away, you know. And yeah, to you it might not seem super tidy, you know, but that's really because of the chickens. See, this one here is doing all of that. Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean, I know where everything. And look here, there was a scaffold standing here, and then this drainage water pipe was just laying on the ground, on the gravel, because I hadn't dug it in. I dug that in today. All those tiles are just super tidy. There, all the broken tiles are super tidy here. You can't make it more tidy, right? Because they're already broken. So this is all neat. I put up a little vent cover for the bathroom vent. I gotta trim the caulking, but I'll do that when it's set. And I'll probably put some render on the edges so that it sort of, yeah, falls away. It's standing out now, and we don't want that. But you know, the caulking needs to dry first. So yeah, I mean, look at that. There's a bucket there. It's upside down. All the buckets should be upside down because I don't want my chickens to fall or jump into them and then they can't get up. This is sort of my scrap wood storage. When I need a bit of scrap wood, I can just grab it because I know exactly where everything is. See, here's my brush and a sponge and a cloth for if I need them. And then there's empty containers from the Tadelact we used in the bathroom for when I need an empty container. It's really useful. Here's my big ladder. This door here I bought to act as an outside door, but it was just too rotten. I think I'm gonna turn it into a sliding door for our bathroom entrance. Now here, there, upside down is the carry case for the chickens for when they have to go to the vet. That needs to be on standby, very short notice, you know, so that is neatly organized there. Then I have a tripod there, and this also is super organized with bits of foam, insulation foam, and pipes and bits of pipes. What's going on, Mochi? So that is all, yeah. And then I got some more rebar. I can get rid of that rebar actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that rebar anymore in anything. No, we don't get rid of it. No, because we can always use it to hang plants from and stuff. So that's all perfectly in position where it needs to be. I got spare tiles here that I'm using all the time. Now there's my mixer. There's no other spot for the mixer. That's just not there. Here is a brush for when I need a brush. I haven't needed this brush for the last 2 years, but if I need it, it's right there. Super handy. All my buckets to take away rubbish to the bins, to the tip, the déchetterie, and they're all laying flat so that if chickens go in, they can also get out. This is nowadays a hangout spot for the chooks. They like going here because I'm chopping wood here, and there's all kinds of little grubs coming from the bark of the wood. So they're hanging out there. Now that's a bucket with water. It's perfectly positioned there. And then I have my chopping block for wood, firewood with a plank because I don't want it to get too wet. That is Bok, and she is sitting right next to the smoker where I smoke my bacon. And then I have for the big bin with the recyclables, I decided not to put it underneath the roof because I can't really open the lid, and I need more space for firewood. I just ordered 4 stair of 25 centimeter long wood. That is, well, maybe just going to fit. And I don't know how much we need this winter. No idea. Now, storage of tomato tiles. I'm still going to make a hallway to the bathroom downstairs, and it's exactly the amount that I need. Luckily, because these are really hard to come by. They are old, huh? They've been used before. Yeah. Oh, and what I also wanted to show you, what I didn't do last time, is I wanted to explain you a little bit about these roof tiles, because they're actually quite special. You don't see them much here outside of France. So these are super simple tiles, and you can see there is just one notch that'll hold them in place. And sometimes on the other side there's a dimple, because they probably used their finger when they were making these tiles, because these are old, to push that notch, so that creates a dimple on the other side. Now you can see on our house, you only see about 1/3 of the tile, because 2/3 is covered. So yeah, they're really cool. And what I also heard, and I don't know whether it's true, but I do tend to believe it, is that these tiles, they change shape over time. When they get hot in the summer, they sort of fall form to where they are laying. So, and we have redone part of the roof on the little house 2 years ago, I think. So yeah, and there we took the tiles off and we put them back on, but of course not all the tiles go in exactly the right position, huh? You can't do that, that's really hard. So yeah, that looks a bit dodgy. So basically, when you want to redo a roof with these tiles, you gotta go with all new tiles. But I don't really like the old new tiles. I like the little bits and pieces. This is a really old one, and then here you can see this is a new one. See, that's machine made. That's a new one, and that's gonna take a long time before it gets character, or at least more character than it has now. Put this back in place. I still need to get some corner tiles to sit on this edge. See the corner tiles we have here on the roof? Yeah, that sort of gives a nice finish, huh? So yeah, oh, what I've also done today is I've set the legs into concrete, and what I've done is I have drilled a hole under in the leg, stuck a pin in, and then mounted the pin on a plate and put concrete around that. So now they are standing a little bit high, and water can drip off and they won't rot. So Yeah, I didn't do a lot that is suitable for filming. And also it's really hard filming when you're doing short, quick jobs. But I have done things, and then tomorrow it's Tuesday and we're gonna get working on that roof. Yeah, that would be really nice when that roof is in and it's nice painted white. This place is gonna give a total different feel. So yeah, that was a little bit of a tour through the garden. Hope you liked it. Hope you agree with me and not with Nadia. Yeah, the gutter is just a temporary setup. Maybe I'll work on it this week. I need a length up there on the high roof, then it will come down in a pipe to this length, and then it will rush down here into a pipe into the drainage. But this piece is too short, it needs to be a little longer, and it's too low, it needs to sit higher up. But I also need a plank here and a plank underneath to finish this roof off neatly. So yeah, let's get started on this wooden ceiling. Now I got tongue and groove planks. So one side slits into the next side, or one part of this plank slits into the next part of the plank. So I gotta determine whether to put the tongue up or down. And I think it's gonna be easier if I put the tongue up in that direction on the wall. And then I gotta determine where am I gonna start. Am I gonna start here, or am I gonna start here next to the beam? Because if I would start here and I work my way up, it's gonna be a little bit difficult getting the last planks in place. Yeah, wow. So I should start at the beam really, because. But then on the other side, what I really would prefer to do is just like tiling a shower cabin. You start at eye line with your tiles, because that's where you want to have the tiles looking the best, you know. So I don't like mozzies. I don't know what they're doing here. What I really wanted to do is start with, say, one plank sort of halfway, and then making sure that it is a combination of level and a combination of level by the eye. Because as I've said so many times, nothing in this house is straight. And if you were to install something that is 100% straight, level, according to physics, then it might look out of place. So sometimes you just got to go by eye, really. See, this is 100% straight, and now I should attach this and then take a few steps back and see if it looks all right. But there's no real point to it, because if I'm gonna start up there, damn it, I need to think this over. I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna start somewhere here. Yeah, it looks really odd. It looks really odd because now I see that this corner here is not a 90-degree corner. This wall is standing out a little bit more. Well, and then you got this 45-degree angle. It's not a single straight line in this house. All right, so I can't really go by laws of physics, right? I just have to do it by eye and see what works for me. So I could choose to follow a line that's already there. So say exactly the line of this wall, so that all the planks are lined up with this wall. Or I could use the beam as my reference, that all the planks are lined up with the beam, and then this last plank is gonna be cut in a weird shape in order to make it fit. Yeah, that's stupid, by the way. I shouldn't do that. Then I rather go by this wall, because the made to fit last plank would be up there where you don't really see it. So either I go with the wall or I go with physics, because this is straight level with the level gauge. I think I should go with the level gauge. The reason being that if I would accentuate the lines in this building, I would accentuate it with additional lines, because all these slats are going to have a line as well, right? A groove. Then people might get seasick up here, because your balancing organs won't agree with what your eyes are seeing. If that makes any sense. I think I should keep these lines perfectly straight. Yeah, otherwise you might experience this place as being unpleasant. You know, maybe you've experienced that you come into a space and that you feel something is wrong here. It just does not, but you can't put your finger on it because you don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna continue on from this plank up and down. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Right, let's get started. the situation is on this side of the roof that I can actually fit two planks right next to each other. So I could have one seam going through the middle, or I could stagger them in like one in the middle and then two. So you get a little bit seam here, a little bit seam here, and a little bit of seam in the middle. Or I can just randomly fit them, try to do it as random as possible, and that's what I'm doing, because that's the situation on the other side of the roof, and it's also something I wanted to try out, see what that looks like. I've done a roof like this, I must say a ceiling like this before in the little house a couple of years ago, and there I did it perfectly staggered and laying in bed staring at the ceiling. I was thinking, well, this wouldn't be cool to do it just completely random. So that's what I'm doing basically. These planks are not perfectly straight, of course. I really have to manipulate them in place. It's not always easy, but what I'm doing, just get the tongue in the groove on one end, gently tapping it with a rubber hammer. Better would be to use an offcut of wood. So you slide the tongue in the groove and then you can beat as hard as you like, because you're not going to damage the tongue and groove on the plank you're actually positioning. But I only got two hands, so I use a rubber hammer. Tap one side in place, and then I tack it with just one small nail. And then I'll just use that as a sort of a pivot point to manipulate the rest of the plank in place. The idea is that the nail is strong enough to use as a pivot point, but not so strong that not so strong that I wouldn't be able to tap this even further in place, because obviously as it is a pivot point, it could work itself out of the groove or slightly out of the groove. Yeah, now this was an easy plank, fairly straight, and then I'm going to screw randomly planks in place, and I use a drill with a a recess bit so that the screws are actually sitting in the wood. The screw heads. Oh, that's my delivery. Hey darling, please let me do my work. I'm blocking the road with all the wood. Yeah. Maybe you come back later to play, huh? Come darling, we're not going outside. Come, sweetie. Guys, I'm trying to work here, really. I can't get anything done here, like this. Seriously. See guys, I put a whole pile of tree bark and some dried worms. Oh, you can dig in it, there's grubs in it and all kinds of stuff. Oh, what a feast, huh? And then you leave me and let me do my work. Oh, that's a nice pile. Alright, let's carry on. Gotta put one more strip up. And then near the ridge beam, and then do the sides, the trim, and then start painting. That side already has received one layer of base coat. It needs one more layer of base coat, and then tomorrow I can put the final paint coat on. And this will receive, yeah, today as well, the first layer. Most important is that I get that part completely finished before next week, because next week I want to start opening up here and finish the staircase. So that's all gonna be next week. I gotta finish this one off and then paint. It's a bit of a shame because this wood smells so nice, but then we don't want to keep it in this color because it'll give us a bit of a sauna, Swedish sauna feel, and let's just make it all white, because that's the theme of our house really, white, and it gives you more feeling of space. Thank you guys for watching, for liking, for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, then you could do so, and you could hit that notification bell button so that you are notified whenever I have uploaded a video. Big massive thank you to the people below who have treated me to a cup of coffee. Very generous of you. You guys are helping me keeping this channel going, really. If you would like to treat me to a coffee, if you think I deserved it, then see the link below. And yeah, next week we're gonna finish that ceiling with the final coats and work on the staircase, and probably start tidying up the middle house ground floor. I still need to scrub the tiles, the floor tiles. I would like to fill the cracks of the lime render in the walls. That's about dry enough now to be filled. And then probably work on the Electra there. And then after the Electra, I'm going to install lights, and I'm going to install a smart doorbell system and all of that. But we'll see how far we get. We're on the right track. That's the most important thing. So guys, thank you very much. See you next week. Bye now.